I'd like to hear from you. What do you think it's the relationship between internal agility and this customer perspective, that they really did well because of it, but how do you think these things are related?
Yeah, I mean, having an understanding of your customer is the #1 way that companies can be successful. Our research shows that our customers are more than 5 times more likely to be providing their agents, their internal employees, with this single view of the customer. That single view of the customer is a really important thing, because especially as companies get bigger and more complicated, it gets harder and harder to have a view of the customer that is consistent and cohesive. The customer is experiencing your brand as one entity, right? It's coming in, it's not saying that, or he or she or whoever is not saying, I'm coming in and talking to the marketing department, I'm talking to the CX department, I'm talking to the sales department. They're saying, I'm talking to the brand, right? And so it's very important to the customer that they get a cohesive, personalized experience that is really tailored to them and helpful to them, and generally real-time, more agile, all those things that help them be successful. So in order for a company to be internally agile, they need to have a view of the customer that shows them all the things that a customer is experiencing. Because you can't have the customer's experiencing one thing over here with this department and another thing over here with that department, and we are therefore going to fix over here without understanding what's going on over there. So that holistic view of the customer, which are increasingly companies are providing to their employees to help them. You know, this is a challenge of IT, but we're getting better and better at bring all of that data together to provide that view. That's so empowering to companies when they have that view, because they have the pure customer lens and they can apply that lens and really create a much better experience.
Yeah, and one thing that is fundamental in order to create this experience and to put everything together is to ensure that technology will not be a barrier. And sometimes people and companies understand that they understand customer needs, and sometimes they know what to do, but they don't know how to do, and they don't know how to implement everything as fast as it needs to be implemented. How can companies learn from these experiences to put agility into practice?
Yeah, and I think that's a great, important point. Where companies do poorly is where they implement technology without understanding how it fits into their broader technology landscape. And they can get themselves into trouble, right? Because they can say, I solve one problem here without solving understanding my broader technology landscape and tech stack. And they can box themselves into a corner and put themselves into a tough place. The key is, you know, the world is moving to a world of APIs and connected technologies. And when you are using connected technologies well, and you are using technologies that work well together and that are you know, in a more open ecosystem, what you find is that you're able to get those connected views of the customer, you're able to bring that data together, and you're able to use technology as your friend to really make things a lot better for you. It's important that you do the research up front. Sometimes companies, you know, we talked about being strategic. There's technology strategy as well here too, right? You need to do the research and be thoughtful about your roadmap, not just for the next 2 months, but for the next 2 years, and say, where am I going to be in 2 years? And will this technology I'm using right now also be helpful to me 2 years from now, as I am building out into a much more complicated world of the future? If you do that, and you adopt technology, again, technology adoption is the, you know, and automation is the future, you're going to be much better off.